Okay, today's video lesson is going to be a order of operations Showme that I will have posted for you on YouTube. So, what order of operations are is when we have a complex problem, it tells us how we need to solve and what we need to do first and then second and then third. And so we can accurately solve the problem. So, first word you need to know is evaluate. Evaluate basically means you need to solve. And that's going to be in our homework that you're going to do during class tomorrow. The word evaluate basically just means solve. And so our order of operations is going to tell us where or what you need. Sorry, I'm real stuffed up. It's going to tell you what you need to do first, second, third, and fourth to get to the correct answer. And so what I want you to do in your math notebook is I want you to take notes and make this 1, 2, 3, 4 list that I'm going to write for you on the Showme. So the first one is, the first thing you're going to do is what happens in the parentheses. And so, as you can see just to the right there, that's what parentheses are right there. And so that's the first thing we do. The first thing we do is anything that is in the parentheses. The second thing we always do is anything that has an exponent. So any number that has an exponent, like that one right there, we're going to solve that after we do the parentheses. Then the third one is going to be multiply or divide from left to right. So basically what that means is that if you see multiplication and division, they both are counted the same. So you're going to start to the left. Whichever ones are on the left you're going to do first, and then you're going to move your way to the right. And our fourth one is add or subtract from left to right. So that's just like that one. You're going to start on your left. Addition and subtraction are weighed the same. So whichever one comes first, addition or subtraction, that's what you're going to do starting at the left and over to the right. So make sure you can pause this video and make sure that you have these notes, because that's all the notes there's going to be for order of operations. And so what I like to do when I'm doing these kind of problems is I write the letters for it in the upper left, and that's PEMDAS. What I was taught was please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I know some other people had different ways of remembering it, but basically that will get you where you need to go. And so always parentheses first, then exponents, and then multiplication and division from left to right, and it doesn't matter which one's first between those two, and then addition and subtraction from left to right. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So I'm going to leave this up here in the upper corner while we solve a couple problems. So here's an example of the kind of problem that we're going to be solving in the next couple days. It is 9 plus 12 times 2. And so what we're going to do is look at our please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and we start up at the P. Do we have any parentheses? There aren't any parentheses in this problem. E is for exponents. There aren't any exponents in this problem. Multiplication and division. There is multiplication and division. So what I'm going to do is this multiplication right here. So that's 12 times 2, and I know that that's 24. So then what we have left is 9 plus 24. So since that's all we have left, we do 9 plus 24, and that's going to equal 33. So our answer is 33. Here's a second example. It says 7 plus parentheses 12 times 3 divided by 6. So I'm going to start with the P. Are there parentheses? Yes, there are. So what's inside the parentheses? 12 times 3. So I'm going to do that. That would be 36. So then what I'm going to do is you can do it a couple different ways. You can rewrite it. You can rewrite it somewhere else, or you can just erase what you have already solved, which is what I like to do. But if you're doing your homework, it's much easier just to write it down below. So I'm going to erase that and put my 36 right where that was. Then I'm going to go to E. Is there any exponents? Nope, there's not. Is there any multiplication or division? There is. There's division. So the next thing I do is this part of it. 36 divided by 6. My math facts tell me 36 divided by 6, is not 3, it is 6. So then again, I'm going to pause and I'm going to delete, and I'm just going to bring this 6 down. So then all I'm left with is 7 plus 6, and I know that that equals 13, so my answer is 13. So here's the third example. Let's start. It is 3 plus 6 squared divided by 2. So let's look for parentheses. Are there any parentheses? There are not. Let's go to exponents. There is an exponent, 6 squared. So I know that 6 squared from the other lesson means 6 times 6. So I know that 6 times 6 is 36. So I'm going to pause and erase and put 36 right there. Then I'm going to look to the next one. No more exponents. So multiplication or division. There is multiplication or division. There is a division sign right there. So 36 divided by 2. I can do that math problem. I know that is 18. So I'm going to put 18 here, and then I know that 3 plus 8, all that's left is pluses, so 3 plus 18 equals 21. So that's our solution. I'm going to do one more quick to show you the left to right part of multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. So here's the next problem. It says 12 divided by 6 plus 2 times 3. So do I have any parentheses? No. Do I have any exponents? No. So I go to multiplication and division from left to right. There is a division over here, and there's multiplication over here. They're weighted the same, so I start from left to right. So I'm going to start over here. 12 divided by 6, that's going to be 2. And then the next thing I need to do is that multiplication. So 2 times 3 is 6. Then all we have left is this addition in the middle. So 2 plus 6, the answer is going to be 8. So now it's your turn to try one. I'm going to give 2 examples, and I want you to solve them, pause and solve them, and then we'll go over them together. The first problem is 6 plus 3 times 2 squared. So look, do I have any parentheses? I do not. Oops. If you haven't paused it, now pause it and solve the rest of it. Okay, so you don't have any parentheses. Then exponents. We do have an exponent, so that's the first thing I need to do. 2 squared. 2 squared means 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So we're going to replace that 2 squared with a 4. Then we would go left. Multiply, divide from left to right. So this is a plus, but this is a multiplication, so it comes first. 3 times 4 is 12. Then all we're left with is that 6. So it's 6 plus 12, and our answer is 18. So the last practice problem is going to be 3 times parentheses 2 plus 9. Pause and solve. Okay, so we started parentheses. Do we have parentheses? This time we do. So inside the parentheses we have 2 plus 9, so that's going to be 11. So I'm going to erase that and replace it with the 11. So all we're left with is 3 times 11. 3 times 11 is 33, so our answer is 33. There we go. Now there is going to be another video lesson tomorrow, so keep your eyes out for it. I guess you'll just, never mind, you'll just watch it tomorrow over the weekend. But I want to assure that you have watched this video. So we're going to create our own little thing for please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And so I want you to write in your notebook, and I'll know that you've watched this video if you have this written in your notebook. So our little thing that you can write down to make sure that I know that you watched the video is ponies eat mostly dogs after sundown. So that's how you're going to remember it. Is it true? I don't know, probably. Have you ever seen a pony after sundown? I haven't, so I'm not sure that they're not eating dogs. So anyways, make sure you have that written down so I know you watched the video. See you tomorrow.